All right, guys, I'll get things started. Looks like Jose and Rick are grabbing some products just to hand off the show. This is going to be completely informal. We're all excited about your show coming up, but we wanted to get an opportunity to get in front of you just for a short period of time. We will not keep you here all evening. That's not our plan. Our focus here today is to what makes Beyma so much different? Why is it such a need? Why is when anybody talks about pro audio, you'll hear them say, "Hey, I got Beyma," and then all of a sudden you look and it's not Beyma, it's some other brand. It's almost like dynamite, right? You hear somebody talk about dampening, they go, "Oh, I got dynamite." Dynamite, dynamite. And it's kind of find out it's not. It's a different dampening material. And I pretty much see Beyma as being the same way. If they're talking about pro audio, they'll, the name kind of speaks for itself, that they are the top tier. And we're going to talk a little bit about, what makes it so unique and why it needs to be sold and why people like to use it and what we're doing across not just across the United States, worldwide. And I'm going to introduce you. You guys already know who I am, Jason Belt, JB Associates. I've known you guys for years. And the ones that doesn't know me, I am the direct rep for Beyma and a few other products, but I've been working with Davis for 20 plus years. Um, been a great experience, everything from Hurricane, West Virginia, all the way up to where you're at now, multiple locations. As you see up there, you see Jose. He's the one with the glasses on, and also Rick Booth. He's going to be. We'll call him the #1 Beyma fan. That's what I always reference him. Me and Rick has been friends for probably at least 25 years. He's also a rep down in Florida. He's been repping the brand for a long time. So he's going to be able to tell you not just, he's going to tell you what sells and why. And I can do the same, but application wise, he's got a lot more experience than I do. And Jose, if there's any question to ask, he is the man to talk to. He will be the guy that's going to be coming up to the booth and spending time with the booth. So there's going to be a lot of information being shared there too. I'm going to turn it over to these guys and then we can start from there.
All right. Great, great. First of all, I want to say thanks very much for the opportunity. It's a humble to actually be here. I got Reboot next to me, and it's true. Ricky's always say one of my #1 fan on the brand because he found out, realized they have something very unique that all the products cannot produce, and we've been doing. First of all, I want to give you a little bit of history of the company. Beyma is me, Benny, and Masi. The two founders actually created a company 1969. There were two main engineers from a big company, well known in the industry, and they we used to compete between making cabinets, finished product, and road drivers. We decided to actually they decided to team up together only to build components, only components, never finished product that did not compete with their own customers. That was the main message. That message was kind of interrupted in the 1990s when Mr. Ben said, "Mr. Massi, you got to buy me out or I buy you out because I want to build cabinets." And Mr. Massi said this, and I put my word and my credential in my whole life to give to the reputation to my customer to only receive a no finished product, only road drivers. And Mr. Massi had a buyer from Mr. Ben double the amount of the product of what the company worth because he want to keep his integrity, his word, and his commitment to only build drivers. And to today, the commitment keep going. It's a second generation family running. There were 3 sons, 2 of the sons retired. Now the younger daughter and the husband are the owner of the company. It's a company established in Barcelona, and they had to move to Valencia for a purpose of cost and transportation. It was close to the port. That was the main reason they decided to move the family. And the company's in Valencia, Spain. Great place. If anybody go there, we can give them pass. They can come to the factory anytime. We might in the future do something in the future to invite people to come over. The bottom line is I've been with Beyma for this is my 29 years. And when I met the company, in the 90s, I was looking that the product was so unique, so acoustic, perfection on the acoustic sound that attracted me and involved me into the brand. I got into the brand, and the passion for the brand is because the product has something very unique, have a soil of the company, 12 engineers behind the door, just how can we make our product better? That's the message that we offer, and we want to create that. So Mr. Masim left the company to the kids and the whole family running, and young generation is actually creating a new technology on our drivers. We can say we are the pioneer of the pro audio drivers in the market. When we first started, because that's who we are, which is a strictly pro audio company. The car audio division was more like a little hobby to create sound. In the 90s, all my customers, I was an installer, the electronic engineer, and that's sort of my background. And then I did decide to, when I met the company, my guys would say, I want the sound on a nightclub on my car, everything, just like in a club. And this company came across, that's what I met him. And I said, wow, we can do it. And that's what we started off, creating a new type of rhythm or sound, acoustic into the audio systems, bringing the staging or the sound of a concert into your vehicle, into the nightclub, into your vehicle. That's why we have so many different models, because all depends the application. Yes, it could be confusing, but it's not. If you actually take the step, and I want to put Ricky, I want to mention it. When we met Rick, he was a little lost on the line. He didn't know, and he saw me. We did the training. We went to a few dealers. Right away, he took off. He saw it. He knew what to do with the line. When he realizes, and I can tell you guys, you can take our product, okay, put it against anything. Don't care what. Make sure you compare apple to apples. Our first line on our line that we started all, I want to bring one piece, and it was this particular piece. This piece in the area of Ohio, Indiana, was called Beyma. That's the way the guys pronounce it, Beyma. And we had a distributor there, unfortunately, with no scruples or no moral, decided to knock off the product, because nothing better than, just you got the best picker, send it to China, they copy it. Will never be the same. I always say that when you build products, it's like when you go to a restaurant, they make a best steak. No one can beat the customer, that place that you go, or your aunt, or your mother will make a great food, great soup. No one can replace it, because it's a unique seasoning. I call it a unique seasoning. And that's what we have. You can see a lot of speakers that it's going to look like, but nothing it will sound like. Unfortunately, it wouldn't look like, but it would never sound like it. Yes, it's going to play, but when you put it to the extreme, to the behavior the speaker can handle, it's unique. This particular piece, I would say, was my number one driver who changed the market. We used to use in New York a brand with a big horn at the bottom. I don't want to mention a name. I don't know how old guys you got there, but the olders will remember what is that. And we were trying to create a lot of mids coming out of it. We replaced those horns with one of this, and it beat in by about 10 decibel. Output, performance, and the most important, linearity. Linearity is when you get the sound and you put it to play. The more volume you put, you guys know all this, but just going to the basic. The more volume that I put, the frequency open, and the speaker start distorting. So you get the sound, the vocals, then the volume goes up, the vocal goes down, and the instrument goes up. Suddenly, what happened to the vocals? I don't hear the singing. And that's what happened in a lot of these cases. They want to put a lot of mid-range drivers. In the area where you guys had, and the Midwest there, people were putting my speakers, no tweeters. I said, no, you got to put a tweeter. No, this goes to 10,000 hertz. Yes, but still, you need to get the tweeter to actually get full compensation of the sound. And that's what it came. We do offer different options, different production. You can actually match, depends the application. I want a lot of vocals. I want vocals with mid-bass. Okay, I want just mid-bass, just want something more warming to actually create very low frequency on the card, and it would be something like this. This is I call it the SQ line, and it's called the Q. It's a 6, 5, and an 8. 300 watts RMS, 2.5-inch voice coil. You can put them in the car. Anytime you do it, you have to reinforce the torque, because it's really, really going to put a lot of pressure to it. You actually can behave this. It'll play from 55 hertz flat to about 3K. So you can do it in a perfect combination, two-way system, three-way system. And this is what we offer, so many different options. I'm trying to do a quick introduction on the line. That way you guys have an idea and who we are, who we come from. We are a company of just building all the best we can into our product, not into the marketing. When you spend a lot of money in the marketing, there was many companies that got millions of dollars in marketing and they don't care about the quality. We are opposite. We care about the quality, not about the quantity, not about the marketing. Market is important, yes, but every product, people who knows our product is word of mouth. It's being hands-on, one-on-one. And Rick would say, I want Rick to put some information about that.
Yeah, absolutely. Since I've been dealing with Beyma over the years, this piece actually, the Pro Q series, 5, 6, and 8-inch, has become one of my favorite speakers in the car market, period. The amount of power, the output, the linearity, the tonality, everything about it is a winner. You match this setup with AST50 or an SQL60 tweeter, which some of you guys are familiar with. That package in the automotive world is it's almost unmatched. The mid bass, the vocals you get out of that 8, what that tweeter is capable of doing, it's incredible. And if you set them up on your board, you may not sell anything else. And here I want to show, because I know this is one of the best combination that Rick likes. Yeah. And a lot of the high Q guys want good and perfect sound quality in the front of the car. And you can actually match this product. We have offered 3 different sizes, 3 inches, 4 inches. And now I'm showing something that's not even out yet. It's not in the market. First time presented, right?
First time presented. You guys are going to be the first people seeing this. It's 2.5 inch. Now I'll give you the history about this 2.5 inch. This 2.5 inch, when you go to the Las Vegas, Nevada, and you see the sphere, that big round spheres, 250,000 pieces of this in the field. They have the older version, which was a 5 inch. They decided to make something more compact for the customers, and that's what is inside this particular speaker there. It's a 2.5 inch speaker. It'll play down from 120 hertz to 20,000 hertz. I already experienced, already tested, actually building a demo vehicle with this setup, exactly with a 6.5 and this particular piece. So I'm showing this the first time. No one's seen this. No one, not even the office. We just got the box, and it's a special connection. This is not the connector that's comes. It's going to be a flat connector, but this is the piece that's going to be available.
But guys, I think one of the key points here is what he just said about the frequency response. The problem is with all the trucks that we have that's out there, they're using that small speaker up front. There's a lot of manufacturers that came out with what they call a direct replacement, and it's not. The problem is if you only replace the speaker and it doesn't play the wide range that this speaker will play, it will sound horrible. You can do all the convincing you want, but over time, it's just going to end up burning up. So, for example, guys, you can put this speaker in there and not change anything to the factory whatsoever, and it will play it. And the efficiency is, what, 97 dB, 1 watt per meter? And what's the cost on that speaker?
And these particular pieces, we don't have a cost yet, but it's going to be very competitive to the market. Again, every piece that we build is made in Spain, handcrafted, hand built. Every product that we build.
And this piece is cast too.
This is cast aluminum.
Yeah.
Okay, that's small. We might make it in steel, but it all depends. But so far, this is the way we're planning to look. Okay. And it's all hand built in house. So with these particular pieces, we had a problem to make it before. Since we make everything in house, we had an issue. We didn't have the right machinery to build the smallest size speaker. Now we actually build one full section to build small drivers, powerful small driver. And this is something that's really, really gonna put an impact into the markets. Again, the most important thing that we actually care about the product, it's quality, performance, linearity, which is the main target on the sound system, on the staging. To have a staging out, that you can hear the vocals up there. If you raise volume and your vocal doesn't decrease, doesn't crackling, doesn't lose the vocal. You can do a test with any speakers You put volume 1, volume 5, volume 10. When you start going up, the vocals goes down, the instrument goes up, and you say, what happened to the singer? It goes under the table. That's because that's the linear not doing the job they're supposed to be doing, and that's what we offer. Every speaker that we offer is so high in efficiency. We have models 101 dB, 102 dB, 103 dB, from any sizes. All depend the application. It all depends what frequency I'm looking for. This is why we offer so many options. But when you guys start playing with the product, you're going to get even more stronger to understanding the line and the need of what the customer is going to be looking for when you start really doing your own experience. Everything that we build, also, we sell the kits. We sell parts. So we offer the parts if you ever need it. I do have kits sitting in my warehouse for more than 20 years because they don't break. So some of the kits, I don't even bring it anymore because it's hardly to see problem. Yes, there's other kits. People poke the speaker. You can replace it back like new again. We are very, very into the environmental to make sure that actually we can recycle our product if you ever need it in the future. I do have customers that they have more than 25 years using the product. Still, the kits, the grand kits are using the system, the same as speakers. Another unique feature that we offer in our product is we don't go cheap in anything in our product. When you guys take it on your hand, you're going to look at every detail that it doesn't look Asian style. It doesn't look comes from, from the backyard. It's all detailing. Look at the detailing, very important. The wide tension lead that goes from the voice coil to the inside the speaker. This insignificant part of the speaker is very important because when they put copper, when you put aluminum, the signal that you actually apply here, it's not going to be the same when it goes in the other end. That little simple thing that you found that many speaker manufacturers don't do, we put in every product that we build. And some of them we shielded, some of them is not, like we shielded, some of the model we shielded. These are very acoustic reason. There's all the style that we put, but this is a very important little piece of detail that is not important, critical, but it's very critical for the acoustic, especially when you send the signal to the speaker into the product. What other question do we have?
Talk about the 6GMND, that's another one.
Yes.
In the automotive market.
The 6GMND, comes from the Pro 6WND. The Pro 6WND to today still the better and greatest speaker on the acoustic side of it. And we made a model to be more compact, very shallow. You can squeeze this in anywhere, and you can achieve 85 hertz and up to about 5-6K, no problem, with a very 100 watts RMS performance and an incredible linear control. I have a customer, we do sell a crossover extra. You can match the crossover that we offer with this, and it's an incredible SQ sound application. An incredible SQ sound application. You don't want to use the crossover, no problem. You can actually buy, just do it bypass digitally, okay? What happened is, if the engineer designed a component set to the taste, to the application, when you go to the bottom and you listen to it, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a little more information. This is why you guys can offer any application or any combination of the product. You can buy the crossover separate. The best, always do it electronically. Another great pieces that we have is you can use plug and play 6.5 and 6x9. We only offer 6x9 and 6.5. 5 1/4, you guys know it's not a big mover. It's not even in that applications. So we offer a 6.5 plug and play, phenomenal three-way system. We offer the same version in 6x9 and a 6.5. Detailing with the vocals, detailing with the highs, and a nice warm punch. 75 watts RMS, 125 on the 6.5. And we offer in the same series small tweeting. This small tweeter is to match our entry-level series speakers. You can even match it to this speaker. However, the best combination for this one, it has to be this. But if the customer is out of budget, you have something to offer to outperform any tweeter small in the market. Acoustically, nothing will touch this piece. This particular.
The great thing about the SC30 also is You can snap it apart and it will fit directly in your F-150 A-pillar factory replacement. So this one right here will fit a lot of applications, no modification needed.
Yeah, plugs right in. Okay. Then we go to the coax, the heavy duty coax. And coaxes, we have different options. We offer ferrite, we offer neo, and we offer a model that is price point, downframe basket, ferrite neo, and it's for price point. It's a product that they actually, you guys can sell it for like $159, $189. The 60 MV to but retail about 189, 6B to VX, and it'll match the acoustic, because you buy a cheaper entry-level model pieces doesn't mean you're going to lose any of the acoustic. You're going to have a great sound Beyma that we put in every product. Therefore, it's just going to be the display, you know, the installation purpose might be a little bit bigger, the bucket on the piece, and that's about it. But the sound is going to be very close to these particular pieces, just in price point. We offer this in carbon fiber. We offer this, and this is it. All our products are marine treated. I want to say something very clear. Every product that we make is marine treated. Marine treated is you can use it in a marine application, you can use an outdoor application. Doesn't mean that you can put them under the pool and play music under the sea. It just is capable to actually be an outdoor application. We sell it for outdoor application, for the concerts, for the boat. We sell to the Disney boats that they have in those big red liners and the boats. They use our speakers for years. I've been selling those products to them.
I want to echo, sorry about that. I want to echo that again. Every speaker they make is marine applicable. They have been treated for that application. Okay. And that's very essential, because a lot of people don't understand it. And we're not talking about just the cone, and we're talking the whole speaker. Okay. Something else too is that this is the first line that I've ever heard. And if you talk about coaxials that are carbon fiber or paper, everybody's always going to say paper is the way to go. Paper is the way to go, because that's going to give you the most acoustical response and whatnot. Okay, I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I believe they are the only company that produces a carbon fiber that can outperform anybody else's paper. It is unbelievable. If you go to Daytona Bike Week and you look at the big people that are doing those things with these coax or whatever, that is what they're using. Okay, they don't have to go out and promote where, you know, that they're motorcycle audio. This is not just a focus on that. They've been doing it for, you know, 60 years. So
55.
I can tell, yeah, I keep adding numbers there, but I can tell you right now that if somebody's wanting a high performance coax, there is something at every price point, and you don't have to go, well, it's not going to be so efficient. Beyma is the only one I know that can produce the efficiency with the carbon fiber like they do. Now, I've measured everybody's on the market, and their numbers are true. Beyma's numbers are true. They are not fixated. They are not that way at all. That's not who they are. If you understand their culture of what they're focused on, then you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's not a Chinese built speaker. They take a lot of pride in what they do. And also the numbers have to match what they sell.
Yes.
Okay. They don't come out with a speaker and just say, oh, we'll just say it's 103 dB, 1 watt per meter. Trust me, I've tested them. They're not. And all of a sudden, the bike guys or whoever says, oh, I got to put a lot of wattage to that. You know why? Because it's not 103 dB, 1 watt per meter. I can tell you by testing. Before I picked this line up, before Rick said, pick this line up or I'm going to bury you. But I can tell you by testing them, all the specs are true. And if anybody knows anything about me, I will not stand behind something unless it's true. And this is the carbon fiber that you can really get behind.
Well, I want to put an argument, a comment there. Carbon fiber is the closest acoustic material to paper. The problem is you can do carbon fiber a different way around. And then when you go, you're doing the right way, it's not going to sound good. It's going to sound bad, especially with all this thing that they do to cut costs. Our carbon fiber is made in Germany, hand built in Germany. We used to make it ourselves, and we found that we can give that to Germany. They can help us because that would take a lot of time to build the kits. So we decided to make the cones in our friend Germany. And we offer the kits, the piece comes and we put it in assembly in-house. We used to do it our own carbon fiber in-house, we changed it. But anyway, what we want to make sure is the acoustic, the performance, it's match our specification. And that's the reason we have this. We assemble everything as in-house, then you got all the voice coils, all the pieces. What we're doing all the time is how can we improve sound? How can we make our speaker better? And one of the words that I use all the time is say, Beyma is money in the bank. Beyma want to compete against ourselves. How can we make our speaker better and better and better? We came out with one speaker, which we're here on the table. There's an 8-inch coax carbon fiber, and it was called the Beast. I'll give you something that Rick knows, and he was present there. This speaker I designed it for Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre has this recording studio with Beyma speaker for more than 20 years in there. And the person who used to do the system, which unfortunately is not here, is in heaven, his name was Bill Jenkins. And I designed this speaker for him. And when he picked it up, he said, man, this speaker sounds like a train hit you. That's why this carbon fiber piece came out to the market and it's being emulated by every manufacturer that you can imagine. And they almost, what is a shame is that those emulation or those copies, you guys can buy it for $20, $30 in Alibaba. They sell it with no models to the price of Beyma, where we are spending tons of money on products, on parts, and everything to give only the best to the best in our customers. Going to knock off, I don't have to say, we are the company that's been knock off the most in the world. We can say that. And by the 8-inch, going back to the 8-inch that I make for Dr. Dre, I need to create something even better and louder and stronger. And we made a 10-inch version. This you guys see, no one's seen this piece yet in the market. This particular piece is designed to go to the next stage. It is a seal back, okay? And I have a guys, this is what he used in the boats in Miami. All my boats, you guys in Miami, they put 2 of those, rock the entire boat, no matter what side it is. And what the piece does is you can play from 400 hertz to about 1800. It'll take about 800 watts on the peak. And the drive in the back, it goes 112 dB and up from 1800 and up. It's a beast. So this is what we always keep doing. How can we make it better? Where we can create it better? How we can make this product always to keep our generation of acoustic sound, okay? With our all 12 engineering house, just how can we make our speaker better? Going into the speaker side there, because we need the low on it, I created this baby there just to create a very unique sound. One of the things that happened on the subwoofer is that when you open the trunk, your bass disappears. And I want the warmness and I want the sound and efficiency. This particular speaker can create both because it's a 39 hertz to 2000 hertz. And the excursion, it's 40 millimeter excursion in this piece. The cone, it's a cone that you almost use in the car audio woofers type. We use accordion surround. Why accordion surround? Because it's more efficient. When you put rubber, what happens is that you put weight and you lose efficiency. This woofer goes about 90 dB, 91 dB, 1 meter, 500 watts RMS. I put 50,000 watts to 1,500 watts. Very important. The box is small. Now the port is going to be a long port. You need 2 ports, roughly 4 inches. You can get about 1,500 watts. 2-3 inches, you get about 1,200, 1,000 watts RMS. The length should be around 13 inch to 15 inch, depending what frequency you want. But this is the piece that actually have changed some of the market. The people believe in the center woofer that it can play down to almost subwoofer, but you can go down 39 hertz, depend on the box. Actually, I don't 30 hertz easy. It's all depend on the box and the crossover point. And you guys know that it's just the slope, the high pass. I put a slow 48 dB right there to make it tight because I'm gonna put a lot of power into the speaker. I'm gonna put low power and I go different application. But that's what we offer. We offer also some of the speaker that use it for free air. BMW, your Lexus in the back, you can take the 10-inch. We have a particular piece called the NBR60. It's not a audio piece, but you can actually put it there. And that piece can use it on the deck and create very low frequency, double the output than the factory piece and a lot of the, those deck woofers in the back. 8, 10s, and 12s. Those pieces are free air beside it. We have offered, I offer a few things. This piece we included into our tweeters. I developed this capacitor, which in Canada, they started doing it. Now I have another company who's making it because I want to make sure you guys have the best capacitors on every product that we offer. You can also buy those extra separate. I don't think so. Davis Distributor sells it, but it's something that is there.
Oh, they come in the package with the SQL.
They come with the SQL 60SD. I want you to look at what it is. It's 630 volts. No matter what power you put, you're never going to pop a tweeters because at the crossover point on this and the power handler can handle this. It's sickening. I done tests when I put a DJ amplifier and I get the tweeters to almost get very hot holding with these tweeters. So they can handle lots of power. So we offer those in a different size and option. Anything? Oh, the diaphragm. So I was saying before, all the pieces you can change the diaphragms on our product. Our tweeters, so like this particular model, simple. Just got to open it, take the bolt off, and slide the tweeter. The diaphragm unsoldered, 2 tips. What about can? Ready to go. There is 2 versions of this tweeter. I want you to understand what is the difference. One is a metal piece with a titanium diaphragm, and the difference is for acoustic. The SQL60 uses a PM4. PM4 is a material that we make in-house. They actually want to make sure we have control. Nobody touch it because how we can allow to create the speaker, the sound, are very acoustic, very balanced. That's what's called the SQL60. The 60 is because you can put up to 60 watts. The 50s take 50 watts. The 60 also has, we put ferrofluid on it to cool down and be able to take more power handling into the tweeter. And that's why you can be able to match these tweeters. You guys tweeters can match it to a 10-inch and a door. It'll match it. 8-inch. It'll match it. We have an 8-inch, like Rick was saying before. It's called have one here. It's the family of this particular piece of the 6GM&V.
Pro MV.
The Pro MV2. It's an incredible, dynamic, super powerful, the word loud could mean a lot of things. I want it loud, but it has to be clean with detail. And this is what this piece does. Very low profile. We offer these in ferrite too, in the older version. But the newer version, what we did, we increased lower frequency. You can do 90 hertz and up. So this is an incredible match. Then your woofer can play in the back of the truck, 90 hertz and down. And it'll be an incredible dynamic front staging and be able to be about 100 dB, 1 watt, 1 meter in these particular pieces. Again, available in ferrite, neo, and there's other models that you can use. We have a new series that is the entry-level series called the BK. The BK I created for the bike. That's what it's called, BK. So we have a 6, 5, and a 10. And you can use it in a seal enclosure. It's an incredible price point on that piece. European, $99, 6.5 retail. These runs for there.
Yeah,
$99 for Pro 6 BK. About 110, 120 on the 8-inch. It handles 220 watts AES. That's 400 watts musically. You can stick to that piece. You can do a seal or you can do a porting. Those particular piece In some application, my guys put the 2 inches or 3-inch speaker in the door, boom, no tweet is needed, okay? For some application. You got a customer that, you know, they want always that crazy tweet up there, you got to put the tweet because, you're not going to be able to cut it with it. But the guys looking for XQLC sound quality, this will perfectly do the job. And it will fit right in the factory location of those vehicles, unless you want to look at them.
Speaking of factory locations, we don't have any right here in front of us, but we have the 3FR and the 4FR, which are wideband drivers that you really don't need to have a tweeter with. You can add one and it will accentuate it, but that 3 and 4, the 3 is actually about 2.75 inch across and the 4 inches a true size, but you can do those in so many factory upgrades, whether it's in your Jeeps and Broncos and other areas like the Dodge product that has that 2 3/4 up in the dash. The 3FR is a home run for those, and the 4FR in those that'll fit it. But those pieces are wideband. They don't have a tweeter, but they don't need one. I put them up against other 2-ways, 4-inch coaxials, and the Beyma actually did a better job of presentation, output, and sound quality. So those 2 pieces are kind of your foot in the door with every dealer. You know, every dealer may not use this 8-inch, but every dealer can use the 2.5, the 3-inch, and the 4-inch as well. And that's a good way to introduce them into the line because everybody can use those in a factory upgrade setup.
And you guys do have that, and Davis does have those in stock for sure.
Yes. Yeah. If there's possibility to create some type of small display, you know, we might be looking into doing something like that we could send out, whether it's where reps take something on the road or they have it in the warehouse at the pickup, or, you know, anywhere we have any meetings or anything like that where it can be actually demoed, because that piece is special. Those 2 pieces actually, and now the 2.5.
But I think the 2.5 is going to be the best in the market for the car because we always want to make it smaller, and we're going to.
And for the trucks nowadays.
And yeah, the trucks, center channel, this fit perfectly in the rear on those Benalis and other European trucks, European cars. So this is going to be a very, very, very good alternative to use, and it's going to be available. Hopefully, we'll have to have it by the summer. But you guys are the first one seeing this. The polarity is in the front of the basket. There was the polarity in the front. We might change that, but this is the way so far we're going to look.
I think Jason wanted to bring up some topics. Why do we do seal backs? What's the benefit of the seal back?
The benefit of the seal back is actually just to increase more efficiency on the vocal side. It's like creating a more like a tonal. And one other thing on the seal back is the seal back, they don't, for some reason, they don't tend to sound good because they're you hear the sound. But our seal back, actually, they're very respectable. And they actually handle the vocals like it's not a seal back, literally. But
they're incredible.
Yeah, the seal back. And we actually tried in paper, but we found that the best dynamic sound was in the carbon fiber, the carbon, because it's rigid. So what happened is, by being a paper, it moves. It has some, because it's too much compression in the back. So to make sense, it's a lot of compression behind it on those pieces. So they want to be able to control the pressure and don't send that back signal from the back wave on the back of the cone. It's the carbon fiber. So it makes sense to do carbon fiber. That's the reason we make carbon fiber on our seal back. We don't have paper. There is papers out there, but you can tell when they are sealed. And you test our pieces, it doesn't sound like a seal back because of that. And that's what is the reason is we make in carbon fiber. That's the main reason for it.
Also, a lot of these products that we've shown and talked about today, especially on the coaxial, the Pro 8 MV2ND, the SQL60s, the ST50s, the bike market that's out there, Beyma does very well in. They've been winning high-level competitions now for, I don't know, the 6 or 8 years that I've been visiting the bike competitions. Beyma's been at the top in just about every category. And you'll see so many different items that are used on the bike, whether it's our coaxials, whether it's the Pro 8 MV2ND, whether it's the tweeters, the drivers, the Power 10 IX woofer. They all blend perfectly, and they all have a reason. Even the sealed backs in some bikes. They can use them in the lid. That way they don't have to actually seal the bag if they don't want to.
Yeah, one of the things that we go back is the linearity. This is why when you use the Beyma speaker, our tweeter blend in with all our products. So it's easy attenuation between each other. It's like they're married together. I've seen customers that, oh, I want to use Exxon soap tweeted with your mirrors because they blend, and I'm scratch my head. And then you hear it, no. But again, that's a market strategy they want to do to sell the product. Our pieces are designed to match very smoothly together on any of the application of the product you use. So it's important when we go back to the subject of the paper that Jason brought up, which is I see in myself. That is one of the good customers we have that I met here in Orlando. I met and I saw he was doing. He invited me to his shop. I took the next day after the show. We went there. I went there myself, and he brought me paper. He brought me all his product. He tried to embarrass me in front of everybody. He had a lot of customers and everybody there. And I said, no problem, bring it on. Not afraid. I know you're gonna be surprised when you see this. So he comes down, look, I want to bring this tweeter. This is 112 dB tweeter. Put me the tweeter on the table. And where's the 112? The 220 in the paper, okay. Mine is a 104. I put my piece in front of the customers. He was building a couple of systems with that same product there. And when we play my tweet, it was like this much, and the other one was here. Besides the other tweet, it only go to 16, 18,000 hertz. Our piece went to 23,000 hertz. And I measured and I put, look, this is how high it goes, over 20. And the customer said, take all the stuff on my bike. I want this. They say, hey, I'm sorry if you lost a sale. I don't want to be in the middle of this dispute. No. I would put the product. And today is one of my good customers and well-known customer in the industry. But because of that, we do not cheat on anything that we do. Everything is by the book. We build everything on the rated power. So if your new speaker is 100 watts RMS, it's not 100 watts. It's about 125, 130. We try to be always a trade-off of 15, 20% and everything. If the frequency says 90, might be 82, maybe go to 80. Everything, because we want to make sure the product stays for a long time into the market, into the customers. That's very important for our appreciation of the product. That's what we believe, and that's where our commitment will always be. We're not going to change that. Many customers say, hey, many dealers, big dealers tell me, hey, why you guys not make in China? Drop the price. I say, we will never do that. We cannot. Our commitment is to build everything in-house. Our commitment is to make sure that we give you only the best quality product that we can do, that we can actually capable of do. That's our commitment. And how can we make our product better in tomorrow's day?
Close your ears real quick. Jose won't want to hear this, but he told you earlier that this was tweeter rated at 60 watts. I've had them in a vehicle for many years, and I don't think I've ever run less than an amp rated at 150 per channel on it. So don't be afraid to run them with some power as long as it's dialed in properly.
Yeah, I've done a test. When I see what happened is when we say, because we go by the book, we go by the measuring we do in house, and that's the measuring. We say 61, 61. Yeah. But most of the company in the market say 500 watt tweeter. This is 500 watt tweeter. It's impossible. You cannot put not even 300 watt, 200 watts on a tweeter itself because it's not capable to do it. The components inside, it's a little piece of wire with a little meter. That's it, nothing else. In a speaker, you can put a bigger voice coil, bigger motor. You can do many, many things. Tweeter is very, very delicate, very difficult to actually make tweeter to go to next stage. The most powerful tweeter we have in the line, okay, and probably in the market in general, it's called a TPL. It's called air motion. And air motion, it's an unconventional tweeter. The regular tweeter or regular speaker move up and down with a voice coil. The air motion move left to right. And the squeeze sound like a palm, and the sound goes that out and this way. And the back, we put a cover to seal the back, and then all the sound goes to the front. And that handle 120 watts RMS. Musically, you can put 240 watts RMS musically. That's the most powerful tweeter you can find in the industry. Okay.
And probably the best sounding I've ever heard.
1,000 hertz
Period.
to 23. You don't need EQ. Just go ahead.
It's flat.
Flat. Okay. That's for those applications. We do make one baby version, which you use.
TPL 75.
TPL 75, which you put them in your car.
Yeah. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
It's a different sound. I'll tell you the way it will sound. Those who listen to a lot of soft tone tweeting, imagine a soft tone sound, huge, like big sound, the acoustic out of it that it comes out. That's my personal opinion when I listen to it, when I hear it, and what you want to, what it does, what this thing does. And you can cross it over 1,000 hertz to 23,000 hertz. We also came out with a new line this year with a M&F, and it's a high five system tweeters that you can actually, it's a dome tweeter and a metal tweeter. It's more for the high five. Guys want to put it, I have customers that put them right in the car, and they put them in some application, and they use the 6.5. I'm going to use that 6.5 myself, because I'm not going to use subwoofer on my dealer demo card. I'm going to make a video when it's done.
It's not a drop-in piece, guys. It's strictly custom.
It's custom.
But
it's completely custom. It'll go down in the front of the vehicle. I already got it down to 35 hertz, 40 hertz to about 500 hertz. I have to use this and a tweet. And there's nothing else in the car. I don't even need sub. I already got about 110 dB, and it's more like a sound quality card. But there's a preset that I'm doing in our DSP. Actually, I can open the door and I can crank it up to different level. That's another stuff that we're working on. Great. Any question?
Any questions from anyone? Jason, you have anything?
We don't want to make it too long, so I want to make sure, try to keep it as much as possible. Good information.
Yeah.
The guys got questions. I mean, promoting wise, Beyma has done a really good job. They are partners with about every motorcycle partnership you can think of with competition, but also they do a lot of other things like that. But one thing that if you are putting together a system and you have questions, please reach out and let us know. This is the line that should be the top tier go-to line on, definitely the pro audio side, but you're seeing a lot of pro audio, staying in cars, performing and doing well. This is the top tier. So they should want to have this in their arsenal. But I don't have any questions, but I'd like to open it up because there's been a lot of the Davis guys has called me with questions, and I've done, and the answers as many as I could. But I want to open this up to those guys and see if they've had any obstacles or questions. This is be a perfect time to ask.
Yeah, well, you can ask me any question. You can always ask. You guys looking to build a system for a customer? You can always call us, give a detail, give me feedback. What are you looking for? And what are the customers looking for? What do you want to achieve? I want to do the sound for outdoor, for the boat. I'm looking for big punch. I want it for me base. Anything, any information. We're always here to help you. Help you also to design the box. You guys probably all great doing it. But if you need some input from us, I would say Beyma is like a Macintosh laptop. It's a little unconventional, but when you understand it and you guys start playing with it, then you're gonna realize, wow, what I was missing. It's not it's a product that make you enjoy more the music. It's a product that make you get more engaged to actually say, put this on, and nobody will touch it.
Make you wish the drive home was a little longer.
Yes.
Guys, if you're on social media, you can reach out to me. I can help you with putting systems together as well, whether it's woofers, mid-range tweets, whatever it may be concerning the Beyma product. I noticed some of you Davis guys have your own Davis Facebook page. Rick Booth, you can look me up. link up and I'll help you however I can. Always available. I don't care if it's 7 in the morning or 11 at night. That's usually my working hours. So you can reach
And
out
as
to me.
of right now, we have all your territory opened up for Beyma. So that means every state that you guys cover, you can represent and sell the line. Please just be in coordination with me. So I'm not stepping on your toes. You're not stepping on my toes. Usually when I bring on somebody direct, or if say they want to go on direct, I call you guys and tell them so they can order from you guys too. That's my focus, is to promote the line in the territory. But like I said, everything from Michigan all into Virginia, all you name it, you guys got it. So something to really think about is that area has been marketed for years. We have a warehouse in New York. So there's a lot of opportunities, in the Maryland, Pennsylvania territories that is waiting. They're already familiar with the line. So I picked up quite a few just by stopping in and saying hello, but and then let them know that you guys have it. But hey, man, we're here to work together and all be successful. So, feel confident of selling it, and we'll have a good time at your show also.
Yeah, and if you guys get a chance to spend some time with Jose and learn about the products up close and some of the history that he's got with it and the passion that he's going to bring with it, I recommend you spend as much time there as you can, because it will help you sell the product with more confidence. Because that's really what it's about. This isn't. No one needs any of this product. This is all about the passion for sound that we have. So, you'll learn more about Beyma, and the more you learn about it, the more you'll want to sell. So spend as much time as you can at the show, if you can. And we're going to look forward to doing some videos here soon on product that we're going to put up on a YouTube channel and share on social media to kind of help you guys out too about individual products. And again, reach out to us with any questions. We're here to help you. That's all.
And if you need a cut sheet on a certain product, just reach out and we'll get it to you.
Yeah, we have them available. That's not a problem.
Yeah. Every product that we make, that we build, we have a full DNA of the speakers, and that's what most of the manufacturers, unfortunately, they take
don't
that
want you to
sheet,
see it.
they send it to copy from. I seen product that comes even with a Beyma name on the product. He's like, holy crap! Sorry for the word. It's like, wow. They don't have there is no sense of moral with that. But unfortunately, we know they cannot change the seasoning that we have. They cannot duplicate what we do in our product lineup. And I'm going to reinforce that. When you guys start playing with a product is when you really want to realize and appreciate all this good stuff that you can actually do with the product. If you have anything on your car, you want to replace it, please let me know. I would like, you want to hear it, keep us in touch. It would be interesting to show you the difference of the sound, what it will do.